Hello, and welcome to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. From today, we're going to take a look at 4 beers from a long-standing craft brewer in Japan. And this is one that I used to see a lot more than I do these days. They used to appear in beer bars in the western part of Japan, but these days I haven't seen them as much. They do have a number of canned and bottled varieties which show up from time to time, and that's what I'm going to look at here. They have a line of regular beers, and then really what are more interesting are their seasonal beers. The brewery I'm talking about is Iwate Kura, and they are kind of an offshoot of a sake brewer called Sekinoichi Shuzo. And an interesting thing about this brewery is actually it's a cooperative of 5 different companies, that make sake to produce this craft beer. They're located in the far north of Japan, in Iwate Prefecture, and in fact they're in the area that was hit very hard by the earthquake, the very large earthquake that hit Japan and tsunami. They did sustain some damage during that, but they are certainly back in business, and they're fine, definitely, at this point. Their beers are also unpasteurized, all of them. Most craft beers tend to be, but some, of course, want to increase their shelf life. Again, I'm going to look at their two of their main lineup beers, and then 2 of their special beers. The first one will be this one called King Kura. Their cans, they have three beers in their cans: a Pilsner, which we will look at, and a Stout, which we will look at, and a Red Ale, which we won't. I couldn't find it here. They have a can designed by the design company called Nendo, which is very kind of innovative company. You can check them out online, Nendo, and they have done a design for their cans, the cans of Iwate Kura, and they have incorporated several elements into this. So what this says here is Kin Kura, which means kind of gold Kura. Kura is a warehouse or a storehouse, traditionally for agricultural products. But at the top, what they've done is they've made the Chinese character, the kanji for gold, which is what kin means here, into a kind of stylized roof. And then below, kura, the kanji for kura, but with English letters, K-U-R-A, written in as well. So they've kind of combined elements from Japanese and from the Roman alphabet into this design here. So very interesting design. We'll see about the beer here. The other thing is that they call this Kura Kuraft, and they sponsor, or one of the sponsors for the Ichinoseki Beer Festival in late August, which is held every year in late August, and it is one of the premier beer festivals in Japan. It's quite far away from everything, but a lot of people go there, and a lot of breweries turn up. Usually 50, 60 breweries will show up there for a multi-day festival. Okay, and now it's time to look at the first beer from Iwate Kura, and that is called Kin Kura. It is a Pilsner. It's a 5%er, and this beer has only 10 reviews on RateBeer, an average score of 3.1 out of 5, and 44 percentile for all beers on RateBeer, and 84 for its style, which is simply Pilsner. On Untapped, it has 412 ratings and an average score of 3.11. And this is a rare case where RateBeer and Untapped have very close ratings. Generally, Untapped tends to be a bit higher. All right, let's open this up and see what we got. I have had this before, but it's been quite a while. Okay. Okay, it is a completely crystal clear medium gold color. You can see right through it. And it has a very solid 2+ fingers of head. Very foamy, kind of punchy, kind of thick foam. And see the carbonation rising up, kind of lazy, very fine carbonation rising up there. Let's give this one a go for the aroma. Okay, it definitely has Pils malt. And very light grassy hop. I'm not sure if this is Satz or not, probably not, but it does have that grassiness and kind of a light fruity sweetness in the background. Mild, very light sweetness. Again, some grassy hop. In mid-palate, it kind of takes a turn towards light bitterness, and then it's pretty much done. Yeah, thin, medium body. It's just fairly clean, very malty, decent. Not overly impressed with it. It does have decent character, but it doesn't really knock you out with Pilsner notes for sure. Okay, so once again, this is Iwate Kura Kura Pilsner, 5% from Iwate Kura Brewery in Iwate Prefecture, Japan. You might want to give it a go and let me know what you think, okay? Please leave a comment if you like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, next we'll be looking at another beer from the same brewery. Hope you tune in for that. Bye-bye.